Hey everybody, how are you doing? Happy Friday. I hope you're having a great day. Oh my goodness, I almost ended that. Oh, yeah, I was just in the middle of doing something online and I skidded in at the last minute and I was almost late. So thank goodness for countdown timers. This is our first organizer show and tell of the new year. And I real quick want to jump over here and tag everybody because we have a couple of new people and I want to make sure they're able to find me. So hang on one second. There we are. Okay. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I hope you're working on your projects and getting lots done and you're ready for the weekend. Like I said, this is our first organizer show and tell of the new year. This is basically when I share different organizers that I've bought online or at the stores so that you could kind of see them in real life. Because if you're a visual person and you like to actually see things and how well they work, it makes it easier before you invest your money in a new setup. These are in no particular order. I have them surrounded all the way around me so that you guys can see them. Um, and some of these are older, but some of these are brand new, and I'm going to be opening them on camera as well. So let's start with this great big one because it's kind of shadowing me. So these are food storage containers. And just an FYI, they're kind of expensive. They're a bit of an investment so that you know going in that they're a bit more than the normal organizers, but I really like them because they have a tight seal and nothing can get damp or wet inside. Hi, Sandy. So these are called the OXO Pop storage containers. This one just has the 3 inside, and these are the big containers. I'm going to show you a couple here in a second. So these are the big containers. They all come with these scoops. They don't have a holder for the scoops. The scoops just sit inside, which I didn't think I was going to like, but I'm kind of okay with it. It's a bit more money to get the scoops that lock into the lid. Plus, I don't want anything on the lid that might disrupt the seal because the whole purpose of these containers is the airtight seal that isn't difficult for me to open. They have other food organizers that have airtight seals, but they take a bit of oomph to open up, right? And these are really easy to open. This is my second set. I haven't opened this one yet, but let me show you what they look like. So the first set I got had 2 of the large containers that I just showed you on that box, 2 of the tall skinny containers, and then 2 of the small containers. So this is the large container. Only the large containers come with this scoop, and it's got this push button top that seals the lid, so the lid can't come off. So when you push the top, it unlocks the lid, and then that pop top is the handle, and you could see the suction right here. So when you push it, it suctions and makes this rubber seal adhere to the inside of the container. And then that's your seal. And then the scoop, like I said, it's just a little plastic scoop, easy to clean, easy to use. They have some that it hooks on the top, but like I said, I was fine with this, and they're a bit more affordable without that holder on the inside. Let me lower this so you can see it. Okay, so it looks like this. You push the button just like that, it's sealed shut. And then it came with 2 containers that are this size, like a little bit higher than this, and the same width. So you could put brown sugar in them. You could put other like chai seeds in them, flaxseed in them, whatever you want. And then these 2 small containers. Was it 2 or 4? I think it was just 2. So I have baking soda and baking powder in these. And these smaller containers do not have scoops, obviously, but they have the same style of lid, again, giving you that airtight seal. So a lot more expensive than the other containers. So those 3 that I showed you in that box down there, it was about $52 for those 3 containers. This set was a little bit more. You got 2 large containers, 2 skinny tall containers like this one, and then 2 of these little containers. So I want to say that one was like 56. So no going in that it's a bit more, it's a bit bigger price investment. Apparently I'm struggling with words today. Okay. So the next one I want to show you is this one. I did take it apart so that I can show you it. Hang on while I figure out how it goes back together. So the way my desk is, it has no front or back. It's just 2 tables. See the tables? It's 2 of those tables that's shaped in an L. So my computer's on the other side of it, and I'm looking into the room. That's why I have this flat wall behind me, right? So I have all these cords. And when you walk into the room, the cords are a bit of a mess. So I purchased this a couple weeks ago, and it's a cord organizer. So what happens is this lid pops off, all the cords go inside, and they feed through these 3 openings. You could choose which opening you want. So if I set it in the middle of the desk, I can have cords coming out this way, cords up through the middle for my monitor, and cords coming out that way. This is what you see when you walk into the room. And this is the hot mess on the other side. So this is what you see. And it looks a lot neater. You still see the cords hanging from the desk, right? But you don't have a pile of tangled cords on the floor. So this was pretty inexpensive. I want to say it was like $7. It's not the best quality. It's kind of hard to open. This lid pops off, and it's a bit of a struggle to get opened. Actually, I can't get it open right now because I put it on so tight, but it pops on, pops off, and then you can set it right on the floor like this. And it really does look a lot neater. So that is a cord organizer. And all of these things are on Amazon. Okay. So let me go over here. Well, not all these things. Those 2 things were on Amazon. Sorry, I have one over here. A couple over here that weren't Amazon. I'm going to show you this one next. It's not an organizer, but I picked this up at TJ Maxx. This is one of those oil sprays. So if you're trying to eat healthy and you don't want to use Pam, then you can get one of these oil sprays. They used to be really expensive. They were like $13, $14, right? This one, it's a pump spray, and it was $4.99 at TJ Maxx, right? Isn't that a great price? So you just fill it up with your favorite oil. It could be olive oil. It could be vegetable oil and sunflower oil. Or you could mix a salad dressing in this and really watch your calories when you're spraying it on, so you're not dumping salad dressing on. So this is, and plus it looks really nice on the counter, right? So you could get a couple of these, keep them on the counter next to your stove on a tray so that it's contained and you don't have the clutter, and it looks pretty nice and keeps everything neat. All right, so the next thing we have, hang on, I don't really have a lot, but I haven't. Okay, so this is a gift wrap ribbon organizer. All right. This sits on a counter, and you can keep it in your gift wrap bag and then pull it out whenever you're wrapping gifts. But it keeps all those spools of ribbon neat and organized without them getting tangled. So everything goes inside, and these are fully adjustable, right? And this I got on Amazon as well. So these are fully adjustable. So you could do wider ones. You can take these down so you could do even skinny ones. The ribbon just falls out the front. You shut this and see there's this little space right there. It doesn't look like it's enough, but it is enough. And the good thing is when you pull the ribbon out, because it's so tight, the spool doesn't keep rolling, which can sometimes happen. So this is very easy to open. It doesn't lock into place. It just lifts up and lifts down, has a plastic hinge. So it's not made of the best materials, but I think if you're just looking to keep all of your ribbons organized, this is a good way to do it. You can get more than one because they have this interlocking top. See how that sits down about, what is that, like a 1/8 of an inch? And then you can stack these up 3, 4, even 5 high. And you can have all of your ribbons all right in front of you without them getting tangled or messy. Okay. Next up, I just purchased this. You know how I did a training a couple weeks ago on organizing receipts, and my accordion organizer that I have been using is probably, oh gosh, 7 years old, 6 years old, something like that. So I wanted to buy new organizers. So I went to Amazon, and this is 2 for $7, I believe it was, but there's 2 in there, right? So let me open this up. I haven't even looked at it yet to see if the quality is any good, but whenever I buy something new on Amazon, I always look at the reviews first because they're going to tell me the most information compared to any of the other information that's on there. The reviews are the most insightful. So when you're at the top of Amazon, they have the star reviews up there. If you click the link to the right of the star reviews, it's going to take you all the way down to the bottom. Now there's going to be thumbnail images before you see the reviews, and those are video reviews. Make sure you read underneath to ensure it's for the item that you're considering purchasing. And those videos show the product and it being used, and it's filmed by someone who actually purchased it. These are not people that are hired by Amazon. They're just people like you and I that filmed the product at their house and how they use it and if they like it and all the things that they don't like. They're very honest about it. And Amazon puts them all on, so they're pretty good about it. But if you don't want to watch the videos, they also have the type reviews, and people are very thorough on there as well. Okay, so there's 2 of these in here. You could see these have the months right on them. The one that I had before was numbered. I like this one because it always has the months on it. This is the strap. So we could pull it down like this and take it off of the ring. It has an adjuster. So as this gets fatter, I can make this adjust on the band for how it's going to hold everything shut. Then it opens big like, oh, I already like this one better than the other one. My other one pops shut as soon as I open it. So it's not very sturdy. But like I said, it's older. Now, I believe, yeah, this has enough for everything. So it's color-coded, which is also nice. These are stickers, it looks like. Yeah. So these are stickers. They just stick right onto the tabs. They also have, oh, this is nice. They also have blank labels. So I can customize however I want to do it. And then your receipts go in behind the label. Then you can shut it. And at the end of the year, you've got all your receipts organized by month. I like to do things this way because if I bought something that I want to return and say, oh, I don't know where that receipt is. Wait, I bought it in March. I can just pull out the March receipts and it's right there. And it really saves me from having to search for a receipt to do a return. Okay. So that takes care of that one. I'd say overall, it looks like it's pretty good quality. I think I'm going to be happy with this. And I have a backup one if I need to ever replace it. So there's 2 of those, and I believe they were $6 or $7. I don't remember the price off the top of my head. Okay, next up is this hat rack. So my husband has a lot of baseball hats, and we've been looking for ways to keep them organized. So if you remember in my last house, we had that accordion organizer, and it looked nice in the closet, and I think it would have been a good solution for hats, but the problem is the rods come out level. So if they don't angle up or they don't have a little hook at the end, the hats can fall off whenever you bump them. And it was on my side of the closet. So whenever I walked in to the closet, if I didn't pay attention, I would knock hats down on the floor and then I'd have to get them back on. And it was a bit of a struggle to get them back on so they would stay. So this time around, I wanted to find something that would hold the hats and keep them on there. So this is a 2-pack set. And again, I just bought this off Amazon. Oh, it has a very strong odor. Okay, it has a very strong odor, plastic odor. So if you have a problem with smells, you might want to keep that in mind. Okay, let me use this so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay, so, oh, there's 4 hooks in here. All right, that's good to know. I thought it was just 2, so there's 4. So it looks like this is adhesive. No, it is not. It's screw. So they have the anchors in here in case you don't have a stud, and they have the 4 screws, and they have this. Boy, these things smell. I don't know why they smell. Oh, they have adhesive. That's what it is. It's the adhesive that smells. So they have adhesive and the screw, and it's suggesting that you use both. So it says do the adhesive first, then screw it in to make sure it's set into place, and then pop the rods on. Oh, these just slide right on. So see, that's the hole that it goes on, and these just slide right on like so. I love it when I say like so, and it's harder than I think it's going to be. There we go. And they slide on. Now, the one thing nice about this is hats go on, they don't fall off, and you could put several on there. They didn't have a picture on here to show you. But when I saw it on Amazon, I think they had like 5 hats on each hook. And there's 4 of these hooks. So that covers what? 20 hats, right? So yeah, that is a great option if you are looking for a way to hold hats. This says that it holds, it can withstand 20 pounds. I'm assuming that's if you're in a stud. I don't think it's going to hold 20 pounds if you're just using the adhesive. But yeah, there's the hat racks in it. So you can see the whole thing there. You have the 4 bases, adhesive on the one side, screws to put them in, and then the 4 handles to hold the hats. So hopefully we can get that up this week. And I'll take a couple pictures once it is up so that you guys can see it, because I know I've gotten quite a few questions on how to organize baseball hats. So hopefully this will be an option that works, because we tried command hooks as well, but you can only put 1 hat on a hook. And that can get expensive because we all know command hooks are expensive. All right. So one last, oh no, I have two more things. Okay, so this, I took this out of my car because I wanted to show this to you because I know we have a lot of grandparents that watch in the group. So this is a seat pad for on your seat. So basically how it works is this is the top and it's got a clip on it. See the clip? This goes around the headrest on the back seat. It's got a rubber backing so it doesn't slide. It's got a canvas material so that any spills that hit your car, they're going to get caught into this back seam and it's going to keep your seats from becoming a mess. So this goes on the back of the seat. This is the base where you sit down. They have a leg guard, which is really nice as well. So if you have kids with dirty boots or dirty shoes, it keeps it off your seat. And they have this little tail flap. See that in the back? That tucks into the seat. That keeps this whole cover from moving around. So this is something I bought 2 of these, one for each of my grandkids' car seats. And it works really nice keeping the seat clean. Now, the one thing nice as well, and I think you would use this for a baby more than you would for a toddler or adolescent car seat. It's got a pouch in here that you can put storage in. But the problem is if you have kids with their feet hang down, it's not going to work because their legs bang on that. So we don't use this. But if you have an infant and their car seat, you might want to put like baby wipes in there, maybe an extra pacifier. So if one falls or maybe a couple tissues you can put in there as well. So there's the seat cover. Okay, we have one more thing. And this was not purchased from Amazon, but I still wanted to show it to you. This is a trunk organizer. Now, I have one in my car, and I really like them. These are not just the cheapy organizers. These are the really good ones that stay firm and they don't move around. Now, the one thing that's nice about them is, you know, the plastic shopping bags that you get at the grocery store, no matter how you load them, one turn and everything's out of the bag. And if you have a cantaloupe in one bag and a loaf of bread 3 bags away, if that cantaloupe comes out, your bread's getting smushed. So you need one of these organizers in your car to make sure that things don't get ruined when you leave the grocery store. Okay, so this is a Gorilla version. So this is a little bit better than the one that I have, which I think I'm going to be swapping it out because I want the better one. I always want the better one. All right. So basically how this works is there's clips on the side. So if you're not using it, it folds up very compact. And this would work for sports gear as well. If you have kids that you take to sports, if you do sports like say yoga, if you play golf, tennis, pickleball, this is going to work really well to hold everything inside. So this one has 2 big containers like that. And then it's got these Velcro dividers if you want to divide it out. And the Velcro keeps it in place. Hang on one second. So it has a base that goes down on the bottom like this. And then the Velcro goes this way. So this way, I like the Velcro. See, mine doesn't have the Velcro in my phone. So I can adjust that side however I want it. So see with the form, it doesn't move where this side is very flimsy. So then we can do this side as well. Oh, this one doesn't have a divider. So just the one has the divider. So you have the big side, and then you have these 2 smaller sides, and you can adjust that so you can make this any width that you want. I really like this one because it's got 2 handles, and they have really good reinforced handles on the side. So it's going to withstand being picked up and lifted. It has these hooks, so you can hook it into the place in the back of your SUV or your car so it doesn't slide around. I know they make some that have Velcro. This one does not. I do not like, oh, this one does. This one has a Velcro option, but I don't suggest using it because they're impossible to get off of your car if you have a Velcro surface on your car. You know, if it's like material, they're almost impossible to get off your car. So I don't suggest using that. Another thing nice about this one is they have pouches all the way around. So they have 2 pouches that open. And you can put wipes in here. You can put shopping bags in here, whatever you want. If you're golfing, you can put probably tees in there. They have these elastic ones. This one has a small one on the bottom, on the top, and then a skinny one. And this is a full-size one. On this end, they have another container. This is just a sleeve container. with a little hook on the top. I'm not sure what that's for. And then this one has the same mirror of the other side, except it's on the opposite ends. So this is a really great organizer to have so that you can keep the back of your car neat. If you have any kind of stuff rolling around in the trunk or the back of your car, this is the solution that's going to keep all of that in place and put away. And that is it, you guys. That's all I have for our very first organizer show and tell. So I hope you found some good ideas that you can use around your home, in your kitchen, in your family room, in your car, whatever you want. Just a bit of housekeeping before I let you go. I will be back on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern time with our next project for the family room. And then we have weekly check-ins on Wednesday. So don't forget to put those in. I read those every Thursday morning. So that way I can see how you're doing. If you have any questions or if you're stuck in a particular area, you can let me know and we can work through that together. All right, you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Take care and happy decluttering. Bye, everybody.